ground wasn't ready. There was a lot of dew. So 10 o'clock would be the official inspection time, after which the umpires would declare the toss time and the schedule of the match. So that's what the next match time would be. It would be 10 o'clock. That would be just 15 minutes from now, after which we'll get the confirmation of the start time and the toss when it would be held. the semi-finals of Garware Clubhouse Present Super League Season 4. It has been fantastic league matches, and this is going to be the best match of the tournament, I suppose. Two very good teams in great form would be up against each other. We have the toss to be flipped. Mr. Solkar is here, Mr. Rajaveri sir is here, Ripple sir is here, and so is Prashant sir, along with our match officials. And also we have Bista sir, our official coach. Also we have the two big captains, the captains Karan Zaveri on one side, and also we have Dhruvit on other. So toss time it is. The big man is going to flip the coin. It's the big semi-finals. Tails is the call. It is a tail. Very important toss considering the dynamics of the game, the situation of the ground, and the magnanimity of the match, and the team which we are facing, which has had some good results in the tournament.
Yes, we are very happy that we are in the semi-finals today, playing a very quality side. The good part is that the momentum is with us. We've been winning our games. Everyone's been contributing, so we are looking forward to a good contest today.
So all in all, you have not told what exactly you're going to do.
We are going to bowl first.
So bowling using the condition that was always on the cards, but generally you like to bat first, and mostly in the last two matches you have chased really well, where everyone has contributed. Not only the two of your main players, but everyone, considering including the opener, the other players, the bowlers, batters, everyone.
So, see, it's a new wicket for us. So, we rather use the conditions, see how the wicket plays so that we can plan out our batting accordingly. Also, there's a little bit of wind and breeze. So, maybe we can utilize that in the first half an hour of the play. If that happens, it'll be a good contest bowling first.
So, all the best. One of the favorites to win the tournament altogether. But Dhruvit, doesn't matter, you have got one of the toughest teams to face, but your team has done really well. It's going to be a very good match. The last time when you met, it was a very close encounter.
Yeah, it's fine now. We won. We lost the toss, so whatever happens going to happen now. Let's bat to our strength. Let's see how much we put on the board. Then we'll defend it.
All the best, Rohit. It's going to be a great encounter. Two very good captains. I won't say fire and ice. Both are very cool as ice. Let's see who's going to win this one. Two very good captains and two very good teams in this all-important final before the finals. Both the teams favorite to win it all the way.
Takes a second. It is a tail. Very important toss.
Final one, all season Panthers won the toss and have decided to field first. So early morning conditions, they are trying to exploit that. The sun has come out though. Whatever moisture was there has been swept off by the constant sun which has been basking over. Also the outfield seems to be quite alright now. There was a lot of dew in the morning. That is the reason we have a delayed start of almost an hour. So it's going to be the big semi-final, the finals before. So it is all season Panthers have won most of the matches chasing. The only match which they lost was also chasing. So that would be something on their mind. So they are going to be chasing yet again. They won most of the matches chasing, but only match which they lost while they were. So there's a correction. Actually, they have won all the matches chasing. Only match where they lost was while defending one, where they scored less number of runs and the opposite team had to work very hard to win that one even. So an almost an impregnable team. So Dickey is going to open. You cannot find a better attacking opening pair and also a very good bowler, almost a bowler like Glenn McGrath for them. Avishkar Savi, one of the Mumbai bowlers, used to be like that. Consistent line and length, that is what you can expect from Vaibhav. And he has been in good bowling form. So semi-final one of Super League Season 4. Oh, that is nicely played. Delicate touch. Generally, you do not associate those kind of terms with Dickey. Dickey is a dasher who is going to go for his runs. Generally goes for boundaries. He starts off pretty cautiously with a single. It is almost like a final before the finals. Two of the top favorite teams to win this one altogether. Not undermining the other two teams, but these are the two. What a shot that is! What a classical shot that is! That is why I said the pitch is of the highest quality. Look at the bounce which he got and the way he got on the top of it. Brilliant to watch. You may say the ball was on the leg side. You may say it was on the legs. Easy to be hit. But the way he hit that ball, only a few meters Parag had to cover. He had absolutely no chance. What a shot that was. Pure class and touch. Very ominous signs for the finale. If Dickey stays there for 6-7 overs, it's going to be real fun. And very well played shot. Had complete control over it. He looks more cautious today. And that's what is more important. Not every ball is going to travel for a boundary. You need to choose the balls. A boundary every over is going to give you a very good power play. In fact, a very good over. But that's what they have got. 6 runs of the first 4 balls. Who missed out? He wanted to be absolutely sure to the umpire. It was a loud and clear edge. But still, people do get scared of getting out. That is the reason umpires and even the organizers for the next year should be making the helmets mandatory. It was almost on his head, that ball. Oh, that is a fabulous start for both the openers. Bowlers also won't mind. The fielding team also won't mind. Weber bowled a very decent over. 1 over and exactly 8 runs of it. So Amit Satpute is going to be a crucial bowler. He bowled all throughout really well. Only one match was taken for a few runs. But other than that, he has been their go-to bowler. Probably one of the best bowlers of the tournament, Amit. And lefty against lefty, this is where the left-hand batsman would have a slight advantage, they say. But Amit, if he gets his line and length right, it's going to be great to watch. So two very good batsmen. Ronaks look very solid. Dickey has looked better than all throughout the tournament. He has looked more solid in this match. So Amit is going to bowl his first over to Ronak. This is good communication between the two, and this is good batting even. Even if the last over has gone for a single boundary, the over fetched him 8 runs. The only reason was they ran and took advantage of the other balls. So they consolidated a good over with 4 singles. 9 runs on the scorecard. Fantastic understanding. A couple of singles were slightly risky, but that is part and parcel of the game. That was so close. Vociferous appeal, big, tall figure. This is so risky. Not good running at all. You would say 2 runs. I would say not good running. Not good cricket all round. They cannot be affording to lose a wicket like that. But so much action happening. People, not neutrals watching would be enjoying it. A T20 game has to be like this. It has to be a complete scamper for runs, scamper for wickets. No help from the wicket. Absolutely a batting paradise, this wicket. That is the reason Amit is so important for this team. Against the right-handers, he has been the most effective. Nice carry. Look at the bounce with which the ball's moving. Whether it's going properly or whether it's just getting stuck in the wicket, that's the question to be answered. But that is the first play and miss. That is beautifully bowled. That is taken. That's a big wicket. That is the reason Amit was important. That was nicely taken. Easily paused. Oh, these are perfect conditions for a batter to enjoy. But good bowling. Nihar taking it nicely actually. Getting right underneath it. That's a big wicket. That is the reason I say he's the one who can expedite the run making. And he has been taken off. Dickey is a crucial wicket. That was away from his body. The previous occasion he was beaten. Probably that misfield has resulted in his wicket. They would not have gone for the second run. Strike wouldn't have been taken back and he was destined to get out. So the new ball had to be accounted for. The new ball has claimed a big wicket. Those first few overs where the bowlers would have slight upper hand. Other than that, it's going to be a wicket. I think people are going to enjoy. For that to happen, you need to stay on the wicket because you are going to get overs, couple of overs which will go in excess of 15, 16. One wicket down. Dicky Modi, a big wicket. That is so beautifully played. On the rise, look at the wicket. That's what I was talking about. If you get that kind of bounce and a quick outfield, that is what is needed in a T20 game. You may be slightly away from the city. The distance is a big factor. But once you reach and you enjoy these conditions, it is perfect conditions, perfect dynamics to play T20 semi-final game. Where you do not get a lot of movement, the away movement or the ball is not getting stuck, it's coming at a nice pace. Look at that ball hitting the shoulder of the bat. The only thing which is in question is the ball stopping before it reaches the batter. The score at the end of 2 overs. "13 runs on the scorecard. So the officials for this match, we have umpire Upadhyay, that long tall figure, also umpire Ganesh Mohan. Also we have the official scorer, MCA scorer, Satish Singh. That is the first extra conceded. This has been quite a disciplined effort from the all-season Panthers. Batting is their forte, their all-round strength is their forte. But bowling, the first 2 bowlers, the opening bowlers, have been fantastic all throughout. Vaibhav has been in great form in the last 2 matches. That is good cricket all round. Beautifully bowled, equally well played. Ronak seems to be a very well batsman with a lot of good technique and a very compact batsman. Today is 13th, the 13th of December, 12th December was the birthday of our president, Garware Cricketing Fraternity. Wishes happy birthday to the big man, and may he continues and gets a century for himself and for us. 12th December has so many important numbers. Also, Yuvraj Singh's birthday happens to be on 12th. Player with half century in 12 balls, the fastest of all. So 12 is. Oh, that is beautifully manufactured. That is nicely manufactured boundary, just with a delicate touch. That is what the outfield is, lightning quick. So we waited in the morning for the dew to disappear. Now the dew has disappeared and the ball is also disappearing once it goes past the 30-yard circle. And that is what we want to see, some value for shots. The ball's never going to get stuck with heavy grass or the outfield being thick in some places. It's not at all heavy. It is almost very even. A few patches in the 30-yard where you need people to jump and dive around. Other than that, the ball just races off. That is all good to see in a T20 game. You need to have outfields like that. And it's good for the fielders who actually are not willing to run a lot. The ball passes away through them. So you just go and collect the ball and give it back. Well, that is his first expansive aggressive shot. He has kept things to himself, not played a big shot at all. But when you get that first boundary, you always like to play that. He wanted to just tear apart the covers. What a shot that is. Straight to the fielder. Deserved more than what he has got. But that is courageous. Hitting on the rise against a bowler who's been bowling well. That is some class. So Ronak seems to be very solid, very compact, very confident. That is what Dhruvit and his men would like Ronak to continue. This is his first match in the tournament in the semi-finals. That is nicely played. That's going to be a race. What an effort that is. It is a fantastic effort, almost international level. It was touch and go so close. Some of them would say he touched the rope. I would say a brilliant stop. This has been the highlight. People may call a catch being taken. People may say a couple of boundaries hit. I would say the highlight of the day so far has been Parag's effort to stop that boundary. Brilliant. Almost 20 meters to cover. It was so close. Maybe 7-8 cameras would have found him just touching the rope. But I think that was a legal stop. That was a good stop. On the rise, up and over into the covers. The ball has just flummoxed him. Thankfully, just gone for a couple of runs. The ball just spun around. So 23 runs on the scorecard. 8 in the first, 5 in the second, then again an 8-run over. A very good start from the batting side. That wasn't a run to be taken. That was so risky. 24 the score moves on to. "24 runs on the scorecard. This is good to watch. The team in saffron knows they need to put up a good score. And the length of time you spend on the wicket is more important. The top 6 have to take that responsibility. And this is good by them. Looking industrious, trying to get runs of almost every ball. This is good. This is good. When you see Amit putting his head down and taking singles, that is a danger sign for the opposition. It has been a mixed tournament for him. Some good innings, some small cameos, some giveaways, some early dismissals. So everything Amit has seen. 25, the score moves on to. We are into the 4th over of the power play. That is so very well played again. He is using his delicate touch to a good effect, trying to use the pace of the bowler. Ronak has looked solid today, to say the least. 26 runs in 3.4. It is evenly balanced, I would say. Both the teams would be happy with the start. Only 1 extra conceded. Only 3 boundaries conceded. The bowling team also would be happy. 26. That is up and over. Brilliantly done. Nicely taken. 2 catches by the 2 senior pros. That is a very big wicket. Again, the wicket of the prolific run scorer. 2 very well taken catches. 1 getting right underneath, and this one was with his hands or fingers pointing upwards. A difficult. I thought it was going to go up and over. He took it beautifully. This has been a very smooth tournament in many ways. Playing a tournament is one thing, but organizing it is a very difficult task. It's almost like being the bride's father when you are an organizer. You need to almost arrange it like your wedding. Now that is what these people have done really well. The President, Honorary President Sri Sharat Chandraji Pawar, the Vice President of the club, Mr. Cyrus Gorimal, the Treasurer, Mr. Manish Javeri, also Raj Zaveri, the Chairman of the Advisory Committee, and the committee members have done a fantastic job. They have taken a lot of hard work. People even arranging footwear for people to come and play. That itself shows how much more dedication you have. That is what is the involvement. Bhai kuch bhi ho jaye, problem nahi chahiye kuch. That is what they say. They want to be the resolution rather than being the issue. That is a very good sign. So kudos to all the committee members. One man who has been really good is Amit Satpute. And it's always good for a bowler when he makes a comeback. The last match when he bowled, he was taken for dozens and dozens of runs. Such a good bowler. Comes back and bowls brilliantly. That's what a cricketer always loves. A bowler always loves. Amit Satpute has done really well. The two very good captains, I would say. One very chirpy, very happy, and the other one slightly quieter, Karan Zaveri. But both of them really effective. You won't say it is a battle of fire and ice. Almost both of them equally cool. Two very cool captains against each other, and both of them have led the teams admirably well. Almost like an international or A division game, these captains have been treating these games like, and all that pep talk, that hurdle, those plannings, the way they send their batters, the bowling when they shuffle around, there is a lot of thought process in that. So it's almost, it may not be the cricket of the highest level, but the involvement highest. That is what Karan and Dhruvit have been brilliant, not only in taking care of the team but also behind the wickets. The wicketkeeper has to be the heart and soul of the team, and they have given it their all. There is one thing which you have skill sets and you have good cricketing acumen, but along with it, the commitment towards the team. Karan and Dhruvit have been two of the best wicket keepers and captains. So third man being brought in. So some vigilant work, otherwise there would have been a no ball. That is so confidently played. Ronak looks so solid. He needs some support. And this man has been the man of the match in the last 3 matches. He has got a couple of them, Medhanj. His all-round performance has been real important for the team. So he has been instrumental, both with bat and ball. Two very good left-handers. So look at the bounce which Vaibhav is extracting. Generally, on that Western Railways ground, it was his low bounce actually which was creating trouble. His leg cutters were the ones which were made into use. Here he's trying to bang the ball in a little bit more, trying to use the pace of the wicket and trying to bowl with a lot of energy today. Look at that, him putting that effort. He's not into his teens, almost close to 40, maybe 40 plus. Fantastic bowling effort from Vaibhav. The youngsters gasping for breath, at times getting tired easily. Look at this senior pros. Salil is there in the team. Vaibhav, so much energy. That is so very well played. On the rise, he's looking so good today. Yes, right call, Medhanj. Medhanj might be younger, but he's the wiser over there when it comes to running between the wicket. There was absolutely no run in it. The idea was to, oh my god, the most likely wicket dismissal or mode of dismissal is run out. Almost 3-4 times they have been almost run out. So 5 overs, 29 runs. Brilliant last 2 overs for the all-season Panthers. They have not only controlled the run making, but also taken 2 very important wickets. Amit Dasani unfortunately getting out. That was a big blow. Two of their fastest run makers, the guys who can expedite the run scoring, are out, Dicky and Amit. But two very solid left-handers. You almost need players like this to play those 8-9 middle overs, because they can give you that strike rate of 120, 125 and give you a good score. Two proper batsmen batting now. He looks in rhythm. Batsmen, they need their touch, their form. Bowlers, they need their rhythm. He's in good rhythm, Amit. And this is where we call a fair contest. It's not always up and down for the bowlers and the batters enjoy. Bowlers, if you bend your back, you're going to get some bounce, extra bounce on this wicket. And that early morning, whatever benefit has gone in their way now. Amit has been bowling really well, but that is what they should be accounting even. In a game, you have generally 3 bowlers, at the most 4 bowlers, but you can always go to that 4th and 5th bowler where you can take a lot of runs. So, so at the most, this is the last over which he is going to bowl in this spell. So they are going to get those overs in which they can get a lot of runs. So that zip has gone almost. The ball seems to be just stopping and coming. That's what Ronak is feeling. A single taken. In fact, it's a leg by. But this has been a great last over of the power play by Amit. Amit has bowled so well. All his 3 overs have been really intruding ones. Oh, what? That was his best ball. To beat a batsman who's in good touch with a strong technique on a wicket which has not offered a lot, that is brilliant. That's what life is. That's what cricket is. The last day, it wasn't his day on the field. Today, he's almost unplayable at times. Oh, that wasn't a great ball. Actually, it was short. It was wide. Any connection, a proper slash would have got him up and over. But Aryan slightly deep over there. And those father and son duo behind point, just waiting for that slash. Just coming in singles. Fantastic bowling this has been. So just 3 runs, a leg by and a couple of runs. Fantastic spell of bowling from Amit. So 32 runs on the scorecard. Will they go all the way for Vaibhav to finish his 4? Generally they keep 1 over for Vaibhav in the last part. So 32 for 2. All season Panthers would be elated with the start which they have got. But ST Kings also need not bother because this is a wicket or this is a ground where you can make a comeback. 160, 170 is the score which they can reach from here, this point even. The Blazing Bangers 32 for 2 after the power play. The team in black and grey are in a very good situation, I would say, right now. And they have been a very good side all season. Panthers have been dominating all throughout, but the last 2-3 matches they have been challenged in the last phase of the tournament, and they have come on top. The last match where they won with a sixer to finish. 1 ball, 3 runs needed. Salil, it was who was the hero on that day. So they have had some fairy tale endings to some of the matches. They also got a heavy defeat White to start, 33. Medhansh and Aryan, two youngsters against each other. Up and over. In fact, it is another wicket. Oh my God, that's a big one. The idea was right, the execution wasn't. That is the third wicket. 33 for 3 now. This is catastrophic. Oh, such a good side. Blazing Bangers have lost their top 3 players who are in great touch. They lost Amit, their man of the match. They've lost Medansh, their man of the match, in 2 matches. So 3 matches which they won. These 2 guys were the one who were the protagonists, and they both are dismissed. Amit is out, Medhansh is out, and so is Dicky, their prolific run scorer. So 3 of their top run makers who could have been instrumental in getting this team to a very strong total are dismissed. Garware Clubhouse Super League Season 4. We're thankful to our Honorary President Shri Sharat Chandraji Pawar, Vice President Shri Cyrus Gorimal, Treasurer Shri Manish Javeri, the Manish Ajmera, and the Chairman of the Advisory Committee Raj Javeri. Also all the committee members who have been doing it really well all throughout the tournament, giving their best, present at every match. Almost all of them are there, right from ball 1 to the closure. We also have Coach Bista sir here all throughout from every ball almost which has been bowled. And also very good team covering this event. Saurabh, our official photographer, who has been a part of the big family and has clicked some wonderful pictures. A young man with a very strong base in the field of photography when it comes to sports. The cricket's a passion, and the only way you can get connected to it is by loving it. So almost everyone, the scorers, the cameramen, the photographers, even if you actually take care of 2 matches, they will still open Crick Buzz and see what's India's score, what are the matches which are happening around, what are their updates, what's happening in the Ashes. That is how these guys are. It is just a little bit more than passion actually. It is their life, their way of living now. Again pushing it. That's his way of bowling, trying to control innings. That is nicely turned away. Salil has to do that hard work. He may be 50, but he's very smart. 34 the score moves on to. The only thing which doesn't want is a few more balls in the same area in short span of time. That is the reason he has been shunted now, shifted to another place. Maybe a left-hander who comes in. It's been a very good over. That's his way of bowling, almost like in that Washington Sundar kind of bowling action where tries to bowl those dot deliveries, tries to bowl tight, and try to get a wicket in that process. That is good change in pace and the line. The previous 2 balls were short of good length. This one was pitched up. So this smart bowling, changing his pace, changing his line length. Dhruvit has been their man Friday in most occasions, has taken them out of trouble. He may not give you quick runs, but he might give you that stability. He's a smart player. The score at the end of 7 overs is exactly 35 runs. 3 runs and a big wicket of Medhansh in this over. These are evenly sized boundaries. These boundaries are not that short. These are proper, strong boundaries. So if you want to make connection, it has to be a good connection. Maybe down the ground where you can get a few sixers coming in. Other than that, it's an evenly spread ground on all directions. Proper size boundaries. And the length of time you stay there is going to be important. Their 6 hitting machines are out, 3 of them. In fact, 2 of them. Medansh is a normal orthodox batsman. The other 2 were quick run makers. Ronak still there. That is the best part. That is the area I wanted to explore, that extra cover region. That is the area where there's a huge gap. Other than that, everybody on the leg side, all the boundary riders, nobody in the circle on the leg side for the left-hander. The field changes. That is where the left and right hand combination can give you a lot of headache. Square leg pushed back. You have a fielder on both sides in the circle. 3 on the off, 1 on the leg side. It was completely different for the left hand. overs, that is what would be there in their mind. But all season Panthers would like to continue. And once you are on top, you like to stay there. And if they happen to get a small little partnership, Blazing Bangers may come out of this big muddle which they have got into. So many dot balls in the last 3 overs. And Aryan has bowled the best, I would say. Oh, that has gone through everyone. And you need some good fortune. You need some good fortune. Runs are welcome. Runs and money, they come from any source. They're always welcome. And that's what they say. It's not how they come, how many. It is 4 of them, 4 very valuable runs. Take my word, if they happen to get a few wickets in the power play, again, that would be a case where a smallish looking target may look like a 150, 160. So it's a very delicate game. T20 game changes so quickly. So Mishit, there's so much time, nothing to lose from here. They need Mishit to stay there. A very good shot for no runs. That's what I say. At times for playing a bad shot, you get a boundary. A good shot goes straight to the fielder. But that was very positive from Mishit. Beautifully bowled. Good change in line and length and pace. Aryan has bowled really well. Another good over. 54 for 5 at the end of 11. Run rate just under 5. So the Baba Desais are doing their job after the first 2 opening bowlers did a fantastic job. The father and son duo are doing it the right way. The last over, he conceded just 1 run and got a big wicket. That was a very good over. The first over is taken for a couple of boundaries. Ronak was looking good. Ronak just gave his wicket away. And after that, Salil has come back strongly. Oh, the idea is right. Harsh is a very smart thinking cricketer. It is a crisis situation, but even if the situation demands some kind of solidarity, you should be on a lookout for runs. It is a game where you need to score runs. So that's what he's thinking. He has seen this big extra cover gap, trying to exploit that. Slightly away from his body. That is the big bait which he's throwing. All the boundary riders, most of them on the leg side. You got one fielder on the leg side in the circle even now. 3 on the onside. Again, that big bait of extra cover kept open. That's the area he's trying to exploit. But they got those area. The long off slightly wideish. They both look solid now. With the last few balls, they look slightly in control now, both of them. That is not great piece of fielding. A wild throw. Oh my God, there was so much confusion. Both of them Gujaratis, one speaking Tamil, the other one Kashmiri. No communication at all. But the right thing was done. The underlying statement, take the first one quickly. Even if it's a normal single, take it quickly. They are doing it methodically. Now, oh, misfield again. A couple of runs added. So the Blazing Bangers coming back, trying to get that small little. This is how you do it. Take singles, try and take couples, a few boundaries, and Blazing Bangers will be right back into this one. And over finish, they got a few singles, a couple. So 59 runs at the end of 12 overs, almost a dozen overs done. The run rate 5 runs per over almost. Last 8 overs, try and get close to 120, 130. That is what they would be thinking. They need to double this score. Generally in 12 and a half overs, in a normal T20 game, you are expected to get close to 100 or maybe cross it. 12 and a half overs, 100 runs, that is what people look at going at 8 runs per over. So if you go 8 runs per over, 12 and a half is the point where you get 100. Right now, these guys are struggling to get to an 80 even, 59 in fact. But that's fine. That's fine. Cannot be expecting to score 180, 170 every time. 140, 150 has been the score, which has been a challenging score in the tournament. People have won even by scoring 140 runs and defended it. So even 120 can be a score which can be defendable if you bowl well. That is nicely played. He pushed the quicker one. But this is where Harsh's all-round capabilities are going to account for. He may be the youngest, but he is one of the most mature cricketers in that team, who thinks wisely on his head, and a very calm cricketer. Bowling or batting, Harsh looks very solid. Cricket is more played with the head rather than with bat and ball. Again, good call there from Harsh. This is again a good confident drive from the two young men. They are looking solid now. And once you get settled in, you will get an over, you will get for 15 to 16 runs, which is where you can change your gears from. So again, accentuating the fact that it's a wicket where it's not a lot of help for the bowlers. It has some good bounce, but batters, if they apply themselves, you'll get a few runs. Goes for the big one, toe end of the bat. Oh, look at that. Oh, that is beautifully played. A lot of flow into that shot. You won't get runs, but you'll get confidence from that. There is a lot of overs still remaining, and things can change in that. So 5 runs in that over, 64, 13 overs done and dusted. 10 runs per over will get them a close of score of 135. 9 runs per over will give them close to 130. 8 runs per over from here will give them a total of 120. So all those numbers would be there in their mind Right now, what they would be thinking is these two guys to stay on there, and the all season Panthers would like to continue whatever they are doing. Salil is keeping one of his overs in reserve. That's a good decision because Aryan's quota of 4 overs is done. Or is it because of some treatment which he wants to take? So Ketan comes into bowl, another bowler who has bowled well. The score moves on to 65. Well, that is what they need. A few singles, over of 5 runs, 6 runs per over in the next 2-3 overs, and the last few overs they can attack. They're trying to come back and miss it, and Harsh are doing it the right way. They played with soft hands, and that is what they want. They are trying to exploit those gaps. Most of the fielding has been spread out. Now these are the overs where they would try and get 7 runs, 8 runs, a singles every ball, an extra added, and a boundary to be added. Maybe after 15 overs, the boundary every over would be a mandatory one. Right now, they're trying to rebuild. "67. They're trying to get back into the contest. A good comeback by the bowler, getting 2 dot balls on the trot. This becomes a very good over all of a sudden. If you get a 1 dot ball or a couple of dot balls, that becomes a great over. What they need is single of every ball. But if they happen to get a few dot balls, all season Panthers would be the time which would be in favor. A very poor ball and not a great shot. How can you miss out on that ball? That's out. That's out. A few wickets which they gave away. That was one of them. Out, out it is, out. So 67 for 6 now. A small little partnership which was trying to groom has been finished by some smart bowling. 3 runs in the first 3 balls, 2 balls he beat him, and the third one he got him. So 67 for 6. Sorry numbers for the Blazing Bangers. But the semi-final, we need to see some runs. We do not want to see a one-sided affair now or never. Make or break. They need to play with an attitude which will take them to a good score. 67 runs, 6 wickets down. Harsh is still there. Harsh is probably the only batter who has looked more confident. He is doing it the right way. The others have given it away, I would say. If you get out in the process of getting some quick runs, that's fine. But they have given away wickets where they could have been easily staying there. But that is beautifully played. And Abhishek is a right man to be there. He can run well, he can take those singles, and somebody has to take the attack. And the way the young man is playing, Harsh, he stays there, he's going to hit a few boundaries. 68. Salil bowling his final over. First over he was taken for a few runs. After that he has bowled so many dot balls. Almost 85% of his balls dot deliveries. That is beautifully bowled again. There was drift, there was deception. They'll get a couple of runs. The first shot of aggression. Abhishek goes down. That is how you play. You get a few shots in. It's a T20 game. You have come so far. Almost 20-25 kilometers away from the city. You need to enjoy. No point wasting your Saturday. Enjoy, give them a fight, give some lusty blows in. He's looked confident. Good stop again. Oh my God, he was wall watching. Super stop from Karan. Now, Karan has looked so good all throughout. Wicket keeping is an art actually. There, stopping the ball was important because that would have gone for a couple of extras. Only man who's happy over there is Nihar. Otherwise, he would have to run back behind it. Going for that big booming drive. The only problem, he has tried it 5 times. No connection. Everything right about it except the connection. 73 runs on the scorecard. Again an over of 4 runs. 4-5, 4-5. That has been the story. And it has not been a great story for Dhruvit and his men. But they always say there is a twist in every game. Life always gives you chances. In a cricketing game, you get a lot of chances on your own. Create your own chances. They're going slightly slow. We are already slightly behind schedule. No extras conceded. Nothing untoward happening. Still a little more time taken between the overs. What a shot. Maybe the direction was slightly wrong. Extra cover would have got him 4 runs. A big gap over there. That is how you play in a game. Abhishek has looked positive, and that is the only word they should be looking at, Blazing Bangers. Forget about all the negativities. Try and get a few runs. The right man to be there, fielding in that position. Two very good boundary riders, Amit on the long on, and Aryan on the wideish long off region. Oh, that is beautifully turned away. Look at the way the ball is racing on this turf. And a great sliding stop. They have been good in all accounts. Aryan, in fact, the young man Parag started it, and it was Shaurya this time. Shaurya, Dhairya, Parag have been their best fielders, and they have done it so well. Dhairya is fielding in the pavilion right now. That can always happen. If Sanju Samson can sit, Dhairya can sit. Oh, that is so nicely done. Only the direction, the extra cover region, which is unexplored. Fielding of Shaurya, Dhairya and Parag has been the highlight of this team. People talk about fielding less than the batting and bowling. That is nicely bowled, equally well played. Nicely dug out. That is the reason. When a batter digs out a Yorker quite smoothly, you know that he is watching the ball closely. And that was very well bowled. 2 matches in a row, this man has bowled well. That is the first miss from Abhishek. He has timed almost everything. So 80 runs, that's the first time where an over has gone for 7 runs, because that is the only time in the last 8 overs they got a boundary. A boundary after a long, long time. In fact, that was a couple which was scored. I beg your pardon. 7 runs in this over. And only over which has gone for more than 5 in the last 6-7 overs. 5 runs, 4 runs, 5 runs. That is the average which it was deviating on. 7 runs in that last over. The reason is Abhishek and Harsh both looking positive. Couple of couples in that over. What a shot! That's just a flick. Just a flick. One bounce into the fence. Abhishek looks so good. If you want to have the top 3 most committed players in the tournament with a lot of good bowling, batting and fielding effort, Abhishek has to be right there. Commitment wise, this man does it all for his team. Almost like a player of Robin Singh's caliber of the 90s, who used to give everything for his team. That kind of a player is Abhishek. Comes late into the order, bowls those 4 overs well, and fielding wise takes 4 catches, 5 catches in a match, and all of them brilliant ones. This is smart, playing with soft hands. They've chosen a wrong fielder though. Chosen a wrong fielder. Single added. Score moves on to 85. All of a sudden, things do look good for the Blazing Bangers. Both batsmen looking solid. Expect some magic, some drama in the last part of the innings. It's looking like a semi-final now. Harsh, the first run was way too slow. Oh, that is how you consolidate an over. Boundary of the first ball, the singles to follow. If you get one more boundary, it's going to be a plus over. Oh, that is a shot and a half. Has that gone all the way? In fact, just short of it. But that was as good as a sixer. What a shot that was. And it wasn't played with full strength. It was just a flick. So strong his forearms are. And he just gives it a flick. The first shot was a good one. This one was slightly better. Abhishek, he's doing it all for his team. Trying to keep Blazing Bangers alive. All season Panthers, already the strongest team of the tournament. They need a good score to be challenged. This time it was Abhishek who was slightly slow. So when you have the denominations of 500, why to go for 1020s now? Abhishek has got 2 denominations, 2 big shots in this over. They got 11 in this over without much ado, and that is what they want in the remaining overs as well. 12 runs every over. That is nicely done. If he can, even this young man can. The ball has swirled away. That is the reason it has not gone for a boundary. And that has gone straight to the fielder. But what an over. This has been 3 singles, a couple and a couple of boundaries to get 13 runs in that over. So with some nice stroke making, Abhishek is challenging the all-season Panthers. So 93 runs on the scorecard at the end of 17 overs. That's nicely done again. Got right on top of it. Wasn't to the pitch of the ball. 94. They're getting to a score where they can challenge. 120 looks on. 130 is probable. If they go mad, even 135 is all right. 17 balls remaining. This is so good by the young man. Harsh is doing it smartly. You may talk about Abhishek. Harsh is doing the right thing. He's giving a good foil to Abhishek, who is taking the bull by its horn. Brilliant fight back by the young man. Abhishek is playing one of the best knocks of the tournament. The first time he was beaten. It slightly looks tired now. The sun is not at its best now. This is the time where it is, you are feeling the heat right now. In an open ground, temperatures have gone high. The big tall umpire not in favor of the batter right now. Both of them very tall, big units. That is what was loading up and over. Sixer. What a shot that is. He was almost like a caged tiger. You were expecting a wicket on that ball because 2 dot balls. He was beaten. He looked tired and you thought he's going to be giving it straight to the fielder. And that was just half connection. Take my word, that is just half connection from Abhishek. This man can hit it a long way. He wasn't to the pitch of the ball. And that is what. Things can change in a T20 game in a jiffy. इतने टाइम में तो महाराष्ट्र की सरकार 2 बार बदली थी. So things can change. Cross 100 run barrier now. So 101, a very ominous number in the Hindu tradition. 101 now. What a shot that was. Oh, this is even better. That is his best shot. That is a shot and a half. That is a class hit into the covers. He was trying to explore that area. This is Abhishek show. The Bachchan may be a super flop, but this man is a super hit when it comes to commitment. Super Abhishek. 100 and not, 105 in fact. 105 for the loss of 6. Abhishek's looking good. 130 is on. Abhishek stays there. Even 135 is possible. So this is where all season Panthers have to be really careful now. Generally in a match where they're completely down and out, if you get a momentum in the latter part of the innings, the fielding team comes with a new vigor because they've got almost get a new life. And somebody who survives death, survives downfall, survives the burial is the most dangerous one. So it's almost like Dhruvit, who was sitting down, is standing up and supporting his team. So that is what has been happening in the last few overs. All of a sudden, what did not happen in the first 13 overs has happened in the last 2-3. They almost doubled the number of runs in the first 10 overs. Harsh goes aerial. Abhishek can do it all. Abhishek can do it all for a team. You do not want any other player in this situation than Abhishek. Does he have that kind of stamina? He is the one who gets hurt. Every match he has got an injury. He gets a love mark every time he goes on to field. What a shot again. He's giving it a big heave now. Time where runs from every source is going to be welcome now. Todo, fodo or jorur, that is what they say in Hindi. A time where they need to get runs from any source. तो आखिर की ये 10 गेंदों, इस 10 गेंदों में क्या होता है देखते हैं. स्ट्राइक पर अभिषेक है जिन्होंने जबरदस्त बल्लेबाजी कि अपनी टीम को उस परिस्थिति से जहां पर उनके 6 विकेट गए थे 67 पर वो स्कोर 100 के पार ले जाना, शायद 120 130 की उम्मीद जगाना, काफी बेहतरीन बल्लेबाजी. अभिषेक फिर एक बार काफी कड़क प्राउंड, क्या बेहतरीन शॉट. दो फील्डर्स थे, दोनों के लिए कोई मौका नहीं. इनफैक्ट और दो भी होते तो भी कोई फायदा नहीं. लेकिन खतरे की घंटी इसलिए कह रहा हूं बैटिंग टीम के लिए क्योंकि ये गेंद जैसे निकल रही है ऑल सीजन पैंथर्स के लिए टोटल उतना डिफिकल्ट नहीं होगा और विकेट और ज्यादा आसान होगी. अभिषेक अपनी टीम के लिए बेहतरीन पारी खेल रहे हैं. 35 रनों पर खेल रहे हैं लेकिन ये 35 रनों का मोल बिल्कुल एक 100 की तरह ही है. हर बार आप कितने रन बनाते वो जरूरी नहीं, आप कौन से पोजीशन पे आ रहे हैं, अपनी टीम के लिए क्या कह रहे हैं वो ज्यादा जरूरी है. तो आपकी पोजीशन नंबर क्या है वो जरूरी नहीं है, आप अपनी टीम के लिए क्या कर रहे हैं वो बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है. 8वें नंबर पर आकर इस बल्लेबाज ने सबसे बेहतरीन बल्लेबाजी की है. और ये पहला शॉट थोड़ा सा वहां पर चीकी होना चाहते थे, गेंद को लेट कर करके ग्लाइड करना चाहते थे. उस गैप में अमित सातपुते के राइट या लेफ्ट में एक डॉट बॉल यहां पर बिल्कुल गोल्ड डस्ट जिसे कहते हैं सोने की तरह ही होगा. 2 सिंगल्स आए, एक चौका आया, एक डॉट बॉल भी आया. एक मिश्र पद्धति का ये ओवर रहा है अब तक. काफी स्मार्ट बॉलिंग, गेंद की लेंथ को छोटा कर दिया. और वो जो शॉट खेलना चाहते हैं, जब आप अच्छे शॉट्स डाउन द ग्राउंड खेल सकते हो तो वहां पर आपको ज्यादा कलाबाजी करने की जरूरत नहीं है. जो चीज आपके लिए काम करे वो गैप को एक्सप्लॉइट करना चाहते हैं क्योंकि थर्ड मैन अंदर है. और ये शॉट उनका चल रहा है तो क्यों करना है, जब सीधी उंगली से घी निकल रहा है तो टेढ़ी क्यों करनी है. जब आप सीधे बल्ले से रन बना रहे हैं तो आपको वहां पे कलाकारी दिखाने की जरूरत नहीं थी. अभिषेक की बैट से बिल्कुल गोली की तरह गेंद निकल रही है. इस ओवर में 2 चौके आए, 2 सिंगल्स आए, रन आए 10 रन जहां पहुंचेंगे अब 116 रन इस ओवर के बाद. आखिर की 6 गेंदें और शायद सब लोग यही सोच रहे होंगे एक हाथ ओवर मिल जाता, लेकिन उसके लिए अभिषेक को ऊपर आना जरूरी था. अब प्लान क्या होगा, क्या अभी हर्ष पहले गेम पे चौके छक्के के लिए जाएंगे या 1 रन निकाल के देंगे. लेकिन शायद बड़े हिट के लिए जाना चाहिए, नहीं आया तो सिंगल निकाल के स्ट्राइक चेंज हो जाएगी. कनेक्शन यहाँ पे जरूरी है. आखिर के इन 6 गेंदों में अगर वो 12 से 14 रन निकाल लेंगे तो खुश हो जाएंगे. ऑल सीजन पैंथर्स सोचेंगे 10 के नीचे आ गए काफी अच्छे हैं, लेकिन जिस पद्धति से बल्लेबाजी कर रहे हैं अभिषेक 15 16 17 शायद 20 रन भी जोड़ दे. ऑफ स्टंप के काफी बाहर वाइड, जिन्होंने काफी बेहतरीन गेंदबाजी की थी, इनका ये एक ओवर संभाल के रखना काफी उपयुक्त होने वाला है. 117 रन आखिर के 18 गेंदों में, रन आए अब तक 37. क्या शॉट है हर्ष में, काफी ताकत, अप एंड ओवर. सब कुछ ठीक किया था वैभव ने. He did not hold on to it. That was the only thing which was missing. सब कुछ ठीक किया था, पोजीशन में आए, कैच ऐसे लग रहा था कि आराम से ले लेंगे. आखिरी मोमेंट पे सबसे भरोसेमंद खिलाड़ी उससे कैच छोड़ गए. कहा जाता है ना धोखा वहीं पे होता है जहां पे सबसे ज्यादा भरोसा. सबसे अच्छा फील्डर कैच छूट गया उनके हाथ से. फिर एक बार कुछ कलाबाजी करने का प्रयास. जितनी बार उन्होंने डाउन द ग्राउंड ट्राई किया है चौके छक्के गए. जितनी बार वो उन्होंने कुछ अलग वहां पर है. थर्ड मैन पे एक फील्डर है लेकिन वो गैप जो थर्ड मैन और पॉइंट के बीच में उसको एक्सप्लॉइट करने का प्रयास उनका. आखिर की 4 गेंदें. और जब आप कनेक्शन इतना बेहतरीन कर सकते हो टेकन. लेकिन एक सबसे बेहतरीन इनिंग्स इस मैच की. इट डिजर्व्स अ राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज. एक ऐसी इनिंग्स जो उनके लिए एक टोटल देगी डिफेंड करने के लिए, फाइट करने के लिए. जैसे लड़ाई में कहते हैं रसद इंपॉर्टेंट है, ये रसद प्रोवाइड किए उन्होंने. और अभिषेक ये जो तालियां बजते हैं ना अपने लिए, इसी के लिए हम लोग क्रिकेट खेलते हैं. आप कितने पैसे वाले हो, आपके पास कितनी कंपनी है, क्या बैंक बैलेंस है, उससे कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता. ये तालियां इन सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. दैट इज व्हाट वी प्ले फॉर. इतने दूर अगर हम अपनी फैमिली को छोड़कर आ रहे हैं वीकेंड पे, यू डिजर्व दिस काइंड ऑफ अप्रिसिएशन फ्रॉम योर टीममेट्स. दैट इज व्हाट वी प्ले फॉर. ये इंटरनेशनल गेम नहीं होगा, कोई इंडिया सिलेक्शन नहीं है, कोई बहुत बड़ा डिवीजन ए का गेम भी नहीं, लेकिन व्हेन यू प्ले फॉर योर टीम, दैट इज व्हाट यू प्ले फॉर. द अपलॉज फ्रॉम योर टीममेट्स. अमित सातपुते, ही हैज डन नथिंग रॉन्ग. सातपुते का हर चाल आज अच्छी रही है. क्या बेहतरीन लास्ट ओवर फेंका है अब तक इन्होंने. एक ऐसा ओवर जो सामने वाली टीम जो बहुत तेजी से आगे बढ़ रही थी उसे रोकने का काम किया अमित ने. लेकिन हर्ष शायद और एक लंबा छक्का जड़े अगर उनको स्ट्राइक मिले. अब देखिए हर कोई बैट घुमा रहा है. दैट इज व्हाट इज हैपेंस जनरली व्हेन यू आर पॉजिटिव. क्या निहारे वहां पर. सुपर्ब रनिंग, सुपर्ब रनिंग. ये चोरी हो गए. रॉबरी इन डे लाइट. तीसरा रन चोरी किया ऑलमोस्ट हर्ष ने. That is the reason I like this young man. He is so smart on the wicket. So last 2 balls, Harsh goes wild. 130, they can get close to it. He gets a boundary, they are going to cross 125. And this man deserves at least one big hit in the last over. The semi-final deserves at least one big hit in the last over. We need to see some competitive cricket in this. Oh, that is smartly bowled. Amit, super bowling. That kind of an over in the last over. Probably there was width, they would say. The ball was short. A slash on the offside watch. Something which was expected. Brilliant over this has been. Super bowling from the big left armer. He has bowled with a lot of heart, lot of pace, and a great length. That difficult length he is hitting. The last ball of the innings. 121 runs on the scorecard. A boundary will get them to 125. He goes wild. Both the shots, he closed his eyes. 122 is the target. A fighting total to say the least. But right now, all season Panthers would be fancying themselves to be playing in the Wankhede for the finale if nothing goes wrong. Let's see. It is never over until it is over. The Blazing Bangers can come right back and make a match out of it. That is taken. That's a big wicket. That is the reason Amit was important. That was nicely. That is beautifully manufactured. That is nicely manufactured. That is up and over. Brilliantly done. Nicely taken. 2 catches by the 2 senior players. Up and over. In fact, it is another wicket. Oh my God, that's a big one. The idea was right, the execution wasn't. Oh, that has gone through everyone. And he looks a good shot. Oh, very poor ball and not a great shot. How can he? Oh, very poor ball and not a great shot. How can he? What a shot, that's just a flick. Oh, that is a shot and a half. Has that gone all the way? That is what was loading up and over. Sixer. If this is even better, that is his best shot. That is a shot and a half. That is a class hit into. अभिषेक फिर एक बार काफी कड़क राउंड. क्या बेहतरीन शॉट. ये शॉट उनका चल रहा है तो क्यों करना है? जब सीधी उंगली से घी निकल रहा है तो टेढ़ी क्यों करनी है? क्या शॉट है हर्ष में, काफी ताकत. अप एंड ओवर. सब कुछ ठीक किया था वैभव ने. और जब आप कनेक्शन इतना बेहतरीन कर सकते हो, ठीक है. और जब आप कनेक्शन इतना बेहतरीन कर सकते हो, ठीक है. He goes wild. Both the shots, he closed his eyes. Closed his eyes. 122 is the target. Fight. So 122 is the target, and they got a lot more than in the last 5 overs than they got in the first few overs. 13 overs they got 64 runs, and in the last 7 overs they happened to get the remaining 57. So 122 is the target. So the team in saffron, blazing bangers, they have a smallish target to defend, 121, but often scores like this are the ones which create a lot of nuisance. It is almost a score which all season Panthers are supposed to win easily, but this is where it becomes difficult when you're almost expected to get that, and there is that pressure of failure. If you don't happen to get that, that is going to be a big blob. So 122 to win. They use 6 bowlers. Every bowler bowling 4 overs. Ketan bowling 3, Parag bowling 1, Salil, Aryan, Vaibhav bowling 4 overs each. So Karan and Nipul are the 2 opening batters. These are going to be crucial. Karan is going to be an important factor in this chase, because in this small totals you need a player like Karan to stay there, because they have some good hitters. Aryan and Salil can be the ones who can finish. There is also Shite, Nihar are the batters who can do the job. They have a big batting lineup, but Karan, I think, is going to be an important cog in this one. Aryan and Salil have performed all throughout consistently, so they did not have a off day together, or in fact they did not fail as a batting unit, because both Aryan and Salil have been consistent. But if they happen to have a bad day or an off day, then it would be a problem for all season Panthers. So for that to be avoided, Karan's inning is going to be important. Karan got 40 odd in the last match. He was in great touch. He looked good, and it's going to be again his presence over there. So Parag's there, Shaurya's there. They also have Nihar would be coming also. So Nipul is going to face the first ball in the first semi-final in the chase of 122. Let's see. Vivek Gupta has been in great bowling form. This first, if they had won the toss in the morning, Vivek's bowling would have been a challenge. Hitesh Shah's bowling would have been a challenge, because both of them can swing the ball, Hitesh and Vivek. So it was good for the all-season Panthers that they won the toss, because these 2 guys have swung the ball beautifully, and those first 4 overs are going to be a challenge for any team. How can you do that? That is a wicket of the first ball. That 120 will look like 135, 140 now. Look at the excitement. This team has risen from Phoenix. Risen like a phoenix from ashes. This team has done admirably well in the last 45 minutes or so. That's what we call momentum. That is what we call a cricketing encounter. A batsman who is so calm and quiet under pressure gives his wicket on the first ball. They are trying to put a lot of noise. Look at them. Look at the sledging and trolling happening on the ground. Oh my god, this is looking like a proper contest now. Prithvi, Dhruvid behind the stumps, has his vocal best. He wants to encourage his team. And one man who has given them a lot of happiness is the opening bowler. Wicket of the very first ball. Vivek, he took 4 wickets last time he bowled. And he's trying to do the same stuff again. Aryan comes in. Aryan, man of the match in the couple of matches. He's been good batting bowling form. Last time around, he won the match with his bowling and batting. He's got a couple of 50s already in the last 3 matches. That is so beautifully played, right on top of the bounce. That is a good confident start. The last time when he played, that was his best innings, Aryan, where he looked in complete control and he guided his team to a very good victory. Took 3 wickets, almost a perfect day from Aryan. His innings is going to be important. These two are their best 2 players to be suited in this situation. Salil is the crisis man, but they need a solid start. Hitesh and Vivek are going to be difficult questions, just like physics of standard 12th, 2 of their most difficult bowlers. That's a wide. Even if they give a few wickets, runs are going to come in the first 6 overs. It is not a ground of power play. Runs can be scored in any time of the innings. That is smartly done. And Karan has read the script well. Not every ball is going to go for a boundary. They need very few boundaries. They just need a good partnership. If they don't give you a wicket for some length of time, they're going to win it easily. He went for the big booming cover drive. And that is what, if they get another wicket in the power play, if they get 3, they have a chance. If they get 4, they would be in a winning position. So not losing more than 1 or 2 wickets in the power play, that is what all season Panthers would be thinking. Blazing Bangers would love to have 3 minimum. That is right on top of it. Look at the way the ball's racing. But that is not good fielding at all. The ball just raced away. He was in so much control. Used the pace of the bowler and got right on top of it. That is the first boundary. There is where Aryan becomes dangerous. In this situation where they have lost a wicket in the first over, he can still be aggressive. And that is the right approach. He's not allowing the opposite team to get on top of him. He's trying to score runs. Oh, that is beautifully done. He looks solid when he plays that front foot cover drive. The score at the end of over number 1 is 7 runs for the loss of Nipul. So Medansh, in the first few matches, he was bowling in that 13th, 14th over. Then he was brought on in the 7th, 8th over just after the power play. Last couple of matches, he has been brought in the first 5 overs. Now he has been brought in just to open the bowling. Whether it's a wise move or not, because when you have a new ball bowler like Hitesh in your side, you expect Hitesh to be taking the ball right away. But Medansh is the bowler in form. So they have three good bowlers as their options. Paddled for a single. The score moves on to 8. Probably brought in to get a few wickets. That is what. And that is the reason he has been summoned, just to take care of the man who's in great touch. Aryan has looked so solid. This is slightly aggressive start for him. Oh, that is beautifully bowled. That is the reason they have summoned Medansh. They have tried to put their bowler who has been the best form. That is fine. That is good batting. Even if there are a few dot balls, they don't matter. They already got 7 in the first over. Even if an over goes for a maiden over, that hardly makes a difference. They need to take care of a bowler who is their best bowler. Medansh is their best bowler. That is nicely done. Not good fielding. This is where the difference between the two teams is slightly seen over there. It was Parag who was diving around to stop boundaries. Nipul took a good catch. Nihal took a good catch. This is where you create pressure. You make a statement in the fielding, not with bowling but with fielding. They already taken a good catch, but outfielding is also important. That was a way long hop. Missed out. You say wide, I say missed out on a 4 hitting opportunity. Slight touch, he would have got a 4. Better connection, a 6er. Way too short, way too wide. Another ball which was way too short. But the captain's responsibility, his mind is programmed in such a way that he does not want to give his wicket away. That is the reason he missed out. 4 runs in that over. 11 for the loss of 1 wicket. All ones on the scorecard. 11 for 1 at the end of 2. The Vivek continues. He's the bowler who has got a lot of wickets. Almost every match, the first over he has got a wicket. He's continued with that. He's got a wicket on the very first ball today. A golden duck for the opening batter, Nipul. His ball moves a lot in air, off the wicket, any day, any ground. Some bowlers are the ones who naturally get the swing and seam. And with the new ball, this man does some mischief. Vivek, he is a naturally gifted bowler who can swing the ball. The new ball is always going to offer you that first few overs. 2 overs, 3 overs, at times 4, 5 overs. Any conditions, any ground, any place. That was way too short. If your ball is moving, this is where Karan is so important for this team. Karan got a 40 in the last match. Just continuing with this touch. Captain's presence is important. Nicely bowled, equally well played, getting right on top of it. Aryan is playing a very important knock. He's playing it the right way. He came on the wicket. He wanted to shrug off the pressure. That is the reason he hit that boundary. After that, he's playing normal self. He's trying to get in, trying to stay there. Seeing off the new ball is also important over here. Oh, what a shot! It will go all the way, I think. It's going to go all the way, perhaps a few meters away. What a shot that is. Block, and a big bang. The blazing bangers have been banged straight it down the ground. What a shot that was into that cow corner region. He's looked more solid. That's the reason I say the last match he was good. He's looking much better in this match even. And the major reason is playing with the straight bat. It's not trying to be fancy, not trying to be cheeky. Playing in the V and getting a lot of runs. That's a wide. The bowler for the first time has lost his line because of the big hit. He wasn't expecting that. He hit him as neat as he could. All of a sudden, his strong point, the bowler's strong point is to pitch the ball up. So 7 in the first, 4 in the second, and 9 runs in that Vivek Gupta over. 20 runs at the end of 3 overs. They were 21 for 1. These guys are 20 for 1. This is the most important phase of the game now. This is where the match can be won or lost, because if Hitesh Shah has a good day, they will have a chance. You may talk about different bowlers in the team. They have Medhansh, they have Vivek, they have some other bowlers. But this man, if he gets it right, he can swing the ball both ways. And swing and seam is his forte. Let's see what's he going to do. For 1, Hitesh Shah, the man on your screen. Vivek, 16 runs in the first 2 overs which he bowled. Karan Zaveri has been really solid over there. Man on strike, Aryan. There's probably 2 extremes, 2 other ends of the rainbows. 2 colorful men against each other. Hitesh versus Aryan. Straight to the fielders, was slightly on the leg side. But Aryan and Hitesh, the 2 protagonists, probably one of the most senior most men is Hitesh Shah against the youngest player. Oh, that is beautifully bowled again. He may not have that kind of pace, he may not get that kind of zip, but you should be always aware because he moves the ball both ways. He is a champion when it comes to swing bowling. Oh, chance! Oh, that was created because of his good bowling. Even player like Karan, he lost his cool. That was a very good call. There wasn't a single in it. Oh, he would have been out by miles. He would have been out by miles. Superb start by the big man. Oh, this is super bowling. Some tight cricket. Good cricket from the bangers. They are trying to create pressure. Good captaincy from Dhruvit. He is giving a lot of support to the bowlers. Karan and Dhruvit, probably the two best captains right now. What an over this has been so far. The ball hasn't swung. Oh my God. That's going to be a free hit, I think. It is a free hit. Front foot no ball from the most experienced bowler. That is heartbreaking. Just cut the back line. In fact, front foot, that is what. A single that will take the score to 23. In fact, oh, that's a gift. This ये जो पंजा है ना वो बहुत तकलीफ देता है. For a fielding team, that swung in beautifully. Very well bowled. Not great fielding. That extra no ball has cost them 5 runs. So 28 runs on the scorecard, an over in which we saw a no ball, an over in which we saw 4 extras, overthrows given away. 28 for 1 at the end of 4. A very good start for Karan and his men. Karan is on 5, Aryan is on 19 with those 4 overthrows. What a shot that is, Aryan. That is a shot of the match. Oh, almost Surya Kumar Yadav like. It is a sixer. It went very high, just like the umpire's hands. Just over the line. Good work by the cameraman as well, following it all the way. Dilip Agarwal indicating it from the background. A 34 for 1. What a shot, second 6 for the big man. In fact, the young man, Aryan Babar Desai. He's in mood. What a shot that is again. He wants to go home back early. He has one more commitment to make. Another boundary. You're looking at his best innings. And that has been said in the last few matches. Every match he has looked good. That wasn't a great ball, but that was a great shot. They will have to head back home early if they continue like this. $38 for 1 now. Aryan Babar Desai, 19 balls, 29 runs. 2 boundaries, 2 sixes for the big man. He's looked good. He's looked solid. Strike rate of 160. He's is in mood now. He doesn't want to hold back. That is how he should approach. Once you are on top, stay on top. He is in mood now, Aryan. He gets into 30s. Not on talking about his age. His numbers there. He is into that kind of mood now. He does not want to hold himself back. 6, 4, 4. The last 3 shots, all in 3 different directions. The first one behind square. Next one in front of square, in fact in the mid wicket. And the third one over point. Boundaries in 3 different directions. Into the, oh, this is his best shot. Not a lot of gap in between them. But that is pure class. It was aerial. People might say dangerous. I would say it was a super scintillating shot. What a shot. 2 fielders so close to each other. Not more than 2 meters away. And he threaded the gap so beautifully. 6, 4, 4, 4. And people would say hold back. I would say continue. This is pure entertainment. 37 runs he has moved on to. All proper cricketing shots. The young man looks a proper set batsman now. Very well played. Respects the ball. He has got a runs in the over. 6, 4, 4, 4. Oh, that is brilliance again. Beautifully played straight to the fielder though. 18 runs in that Vivek over. Aryan is on 37. All season Panthers 46 for 1 at the end of 5. They just need 76 from the remaining 15. Exactly 5 runs per over needed from here on. This is what Hitesh can do. He can get a couple of balls coming in sharply. He can get the ball moving away even. His incoming swinging balls are the ones which create a lot of trouble. He can swing the ball. He can get the seam off the wicket. So in air off the wicket, that is what is forte. Not the pace which he wants, but still so effective, Hitesh. Beautifully bowled again. The best part is not afraid of pitching the ball up. He does not have the pace to bowl short, but he pitches the ball up, challenges the batsman. Very well bowled again. He can make the ball talk. These are not conditions which are helping the bowlers. In the morning, if Hitesh was bowling, that was so important to win the toss. Karan did it again. That was his first short ball and had been treated with disdain. Karan was waiting for the short ball. And he treats it with disdain. This one slightly short. 50 runs. "50 for 1 in the last ball of the power play. Very well bowled. And at the end of the power play, the score is 50 for the loss of Nipple. Karan is on 9, Aryan is on 37. All season Panthers all set to play the finals. Midhansh bowling his second over. Midhansh is a threat. Midhansh gets a couple of wickets, they will have some chance. Right now, all season Panthers look all set. The best part is Karan has looked solid. Karan has scored well. He has just got 13 balls. He did not have much of strike, just 30% of the strike to him. But he won't complain. Aryan's batting well. That's smartly done again. 52 for 1. 70 runs needed now. 70 in the next 13.4. Unless something very dramatic happens. That is way too short. And it is straight to Abhishek. That is the quality of the fielder over there. Even with a misfield, they are not taking chances against him. $53 for 1. That was smartly bowled. All those attributes of with the drift, deception, getting the batsman and making him play away from him. He's just showing his bat just to confirm that it doesn't is not given out. Just to make absolutely sure, Karan just showing the bat. Even he's shouting to tell the umpire that it's a bat. Straight to the fielder, he just brushed the gloves, and he could have been wicket number 2. 7 overs done and dusted, 53 for 1. Midhansh bowling a beautiful over. 69 needed from the next 13. These are the exact number of runs which they scored in the first 13 overs while batting the Blazing Bangers. So 57 runs is what they got in the last 7, the Blazing Bangers, and 53 these guys have got in the first 7. So Abhishek with his right arm off spin. This match is almost done and dusted. At least from the start which they have got and the kind of total which they are chasing, unless they happen to play really badly. Abhishek got them from a position of no hope. Will Abhishek do it again with the ball in his hand? This has been his day today. Abhishek can do nothing wrong today. He is a fantastic fielder. That is his USP. But he has batted well to score those 40 odd runs. And is trying to bowl off spin. They can only win by getting a few quick wickets in the next 2-3 overs. That's a full toss. That's a gift. And that has been taken with both hands. Nicely done. Away from his bat, but he beautifully played it. Nicely done. 57 the score moves on to. They need 65 more runs to win this one. 65 needed in 12 and a half. 5 runs per over needed. 5 runs per over is what they are going. In fact, 6 runs per over in the last 2 overs. 7.77 the current run rate. 5.13 the required. He gets into the 40s with that boundary. 44 runs he moves on to. Karan is on 10. Oh, that is taken on the full. That will run away. Oh, there was a second in it. There was a second in it. Just one run. 59. Ball 2. Really average deliveries in this over, Abhishek, so far. 59 for 1. Oh, that is beautifully bowled. That went on with the arm. It's straightened. Couple of runs to end the over. 61 for 1 at the end of 8. They need exactly 61 more in the next 12. Half the runs done. Still 60% of the overs remaining. 12 overs in which to get 61 runs. Oh, that is another boundary hit. Beautifully done. Karan, he's not got a lot of strike. He's trying to make one. What a good shot that is into the covers. Beautifully done. Not easy to hit that ball against the spin. Against a bowler who's bowling really well. Medhansh has been one of the form bowlers of the tournament. He's bowled really well in the last 3 matches. But that is good touch. Again, looking in ominous touch. The captain has played well. His last 2 innings, he's looked so solid. Where Aryan has been the aggressor, Karan has played it calmly. A partnership of 67. Oh, that is beautifully done. Just a single run, but it looked in so much control. Aryan one shot away. Will he try and do it against Medhansh? Beautifully bowled and well handled. A nice ball. This one came in. He can turn the ball both ways. Can bowl the arm ball. Can bowl a quicker one. That is beautifully bowled. But what a shot that is. Straight to the fielder. He's cut the ball. He's played the ball into the covers. He has lofted the ball. He has flicked. He has pulled. He has done almost everything. And all with the straight bat, Aryan today. 47, he moves on to 69 for 1, the last ball of the ninth. So 9 runs of that Medhansh over. 70 for 1 at the end of 9. They need 52 in the next 11. Hydration break after this one. 70 for 1. They're doing it methodically now, clinically. Garware Clubhouse Super League Season 4 President Shri Sharad Chandra Pawar sir. It was his birthday yesterday of the big man, and the Garware cricketing fraternity wishes the big man a very happy birthday, and we hope that he completes his century and continues to bless us. We're thankful and deeply appreciate the Vice President, Mr. Cyrus Gorimal, also Honorable Treasurer, Shri Manish Asmera, and also the Chairman of the Advisory Committee, Raj Javeri, and all the committee members who have been in heart and soul of this tournament, everybody present for almost all the matches. It's a great team which is working together. No, he has been brought slightly late. Harsh should have been brought much earlier. He is their wicket taker. That is beautifully swept straight to the fielder, getting right on top of it. Karan has looked so confident. You may have a look at Aryan's batting, but Karan has looked equally effective. Wanted to play that paddle sweep. He just tried to play the lofted. Look at the cameraman's work. Beautifully done. Super bowling, but great work by the cameraman. Followed the ball all the way straight into the hands. So Mitesh doing a great job. Look at the way he followed the ball. Superb work. Fantastic by the cameraman. Fantastic by Harsh. And beautifully taken by Amit. That is the reason I said this man was important. Hydration break now. Second wicket down. Karan gives it away. joint man of the match in their fourth league match. Salil and Aryan. You will not find a more deadly, dangerous partnership than these two. Harsh has been their man with the golden arm. He's got a wicket of the second ball which he bowled. He has been the match winner in most matches. Oh, has he got him? A vociferous appeal and they have got Salil Babar Desai has just walked on. Oh, the young man, look at Harsh. Look at the celebration. They may not be in the best position to win, but look at the celebration. Have a look at it again. Look at the ball. Oh, that was a beauty. Look at them celebrate. Look at the celebration. Have a look at the replay. This is what is worth watching. Oh, they wanted to look at Hush. Oh my God, so much aggro. Look at him celebrate. He understands he has got the biggest match winner of the tournament. He has been the man who has won matches with his batting and bowling. Salil has failed for the first time. That is a wicket everybody dreamed to have the whole tournament. They did not. But finally, Salil fails in a match. He was slated to come 2 down. He has come 3 down now. Nihar. And Nihar's presence over there is going to be important. A proper pure batsman, Nihar. They got Salil, and that is the opening, a big opening. Every time you get that man out, you get hope. And Harsh, the young man, why was he brought in the 10th over? That was a big question mark. The bowler has been in great form. They brought him late, but he's still great. Oh, almost another. This has been the best over of the tournament. He could have got 3. And he's the only bowler who bowls the ball so slow and still gets so much. The wicket of Salil, look at the ball. It almost turned 15 to 20 degrees. And it was bowled pretty slowly. The last ball of a fantastic over. 2 wickets, a run given. Oh, look at it. Turn. Oh my God, it's like a test match now. And he had the presence to see the ball just rolling back to go and stop that. The best over of the tournament, almost getting 3. Look at them getting excited. If they had got Aryan on that one, they would have taken the whole ground upside down. 71 for 3 at the end of 10. Last 10 they need 51. Exactly the number of runs which the opposition got in the first 10. In the last 10, these guys have to get it. 51 needed in the last 60 balls. So after getting Salil's wicket, they've got a big fill-up in the field now. The champion batsman who was a match winner in almost all matches, they get him. And that is the reason the team looks chapped up. All the discussion was there from yesterday. Try and get Karan out, try get Aryan out, try and get Salil out. They got Karan, they got Salil. Aryan is playing his best innings of the tournament. A flawless innings so far, 47 of 33. Nicely turned away. He gets off the mark, in fact. His second run, 72 for 3 now. 50 in the last 59. Midhansh, his bowling is So Aryan's presence over there is going to be important. Next 5 overs, at least Aryan needs to. In fact, Aryan would try and finish this match. He generally is the one who stays there for a long time. Very well bowled, super bowling. That is how you consolidate after getting a couple of wickets. Look at them, everybody is fired up now. They're not giving it easy on the platter to the opposition. All of a sudden things change in cricket. .73. You may say it's a full toss. I would still say good bowling because he's not bowling it short. He's bowling it smartly, absolutely offering no pace, and he can turn the ball both ways. Because of the situations which they are in, they cannot afford to lose a wicket. That is the reason he missed out. Otherwise, that could have been deposited for a boundary. He's on 48, Aryan. He got to 46 in just double quick time. Oh, that was way too short. That will go all the way. What a shot that is to hit it down the ground of a ball which is almost a dead ball. It is not easy to hit a bad ball for a sixer. It's his 50. It's his 50 and brought up with a very strong shot, I would say. Hitting a ball like this down the ground is not easy for a lot of reasons. No pace on the ball, almost a dead ball. You need a lot of strength to hit that ball. You lose your wickets, and Hitesh appreciating that knock. This is one of the best knocks of the tournament. You would love to see 147 scored by Ankit the last week, but this 50 is as good as a 147 because it's coming in the right cause. Where they lost the wicket of the first ball, the young man came and he hit a lot of boundaries. 4 sixes and 3 boundaries for the young man. This is where Harsh's 42 needed in the last 9. 42 needed. 80 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. Beautifully bowled again. Superb bowling. You would say 1 run. I would say that was so very well bowled. Harsh has looked so good. He has bowled really well. Every match he has come into bowl, he has improved. Probably the only bowler who has the courage to pitch the ball up and bowl it so slow. Beautifully played off the back foot. He has already got Salil. He has given away just 3 runs, has got a couple of wickets. 82 for 3. Nicely bowled. Very well played by Nihar as well. Nihar is watching it closely. This is smart batting. Not hitting the boundaries is important. Right now, seeing off this man, Harsh, playing him safely is more important. This is not test match day 5 last session, and they're not trying to save the match, but he's playing it the right way. Oh, they needed a slip there. In fact, there was a shot of him. 12 overs, 82 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. 2 overs, 3 runs and 2 wickets for Harsh. With that extra bounce on the wicket. 82 for 3 at the end of 12. 40 needed in the last 8. 40 runs needed in the next 48 balls. 48 balls, 40 runs needed. Abhishek has been their strength in fielding. Probably the only fielder who has taken more spectacular catches than anyone. In fact, 3 catches in the same match, which could be in the top 5 catches. That kind of a player who has made the name for himself in fielding. But he has bowled well, batted well. He's a batsman who can bowl or a bowler who can bat. He's the kind of a player, number 7, number 8, who gives you that cushion. But does he have the bowling to get a few wickets? 8 overs, 40 runs needed. They need a magic, some magic, just like Harsh. That went the other way. Has the bat hit the wicket keeper? Very strong willed man, but that would have hurt him. The blazing bangers are showing the right attributes, right attitude to how to play a final or a semi-final. In spite of just scoring 121 runs, almost dead and buried, and they are fighting like strong tigers. What a shot that is! Niyar exploring his shot making now. And the right man to be there with Aryan right now is Nihar. Those 4 extras conceded and a few misfields, the score would have been slightly different. 7.5 overs remaining, 34 needed, 38 needed. How that is a Jaffer. The bounce which the spinners are getting, that is to their advantage. There is some turn now. There is that awkward bounce which helps you. 38 needed from the next 7.2. Nicely bowled again, Abhishek. Aryan understanding his assignment. He's trying to stay there. That is beautiful footwork. Oh, almost caught him. That would have been a big opening for them. That was beautifully hit, but almost a wicket. Oh, he had it covered. He had it covered. Probably one of the safest hands. 88 for 3 at the end of 13. 7 overs in which to get 34. A wicket there would have been a big opening for them. This would be the last throw of dice now. Harsh's overs are going to be important. What Harsh does in the next 2 overs will seal the deal. That would have been a sensational catch. If they had taken Aryan, 38 needed of the last 7, you never know, get the field in, stop those singles. You could have still been with a chance to win that. Oh, that is hit so hard, Nihar. What a shot. Just a mere squatting a mosquito. Nobody has hit him for a boundary. Beautifully done by Nihar. So it's not always fast and furious and all muscle. That is pure timing. Good work from the big man. They got 4 runs which they wanted from Harsh's over. He's bowling his 3rd over. He's playing with a dead bat now. "39 balls, 30 runs. They need some miracle. They need a couple of wickets from Harsh. They should treat him like a wicket-taking bowler, like bowling him like those 4 overs of Rashid Khan or somebody. Slightly short, way too slow. Gets enough time to adjust. He's playing with a dead bat. That is the right option to have right now. 92 for 3. Last 2 balls. Nihar, yes, run the fastest of the day now. He hasn't run faster than that. And he'll have to take his breath back. He'll have to take some time. That is nicely glided. That will run all the way for a boundary. And Nihar does it methodically. He gets 10 against the best bowler of the opposition. He shows his patience, waits for it to come, and hits it beautifully into that extra cover region. A punch that will counter punch all the hopes which were developed, and an over which will seal the deal. 98 for 3 at the end of 14, 24 needed in the next 6. Just 4 runs per over needed from here on. Aryan would like to finish it early now. 24 needed, 24. In 6 overs. 6 overs, 24 runs. Aryan's on 16. Nihar is batting sensibly on 15. So if you're coming almost 20-25 kilometers out of the city and almost 40 kilometers from the place where we had the previous venue, and you come here and have a good day, all season Panthers would be happy. But this team has fought so well, blazing bangers. Out of nothing, they made a match of it. Oh, he's trying to get a move on now. Aryan, he would be in a mood to finish it early now. And Nihar also looks to finish off early. That is where they would be in a safer position now. They can't lose from here. The only question to be answered in which over? 17, 18, 19. That is the only question to be answered. And look at Nihar. Nihar just placing it beautifully. And Nihar running a couple of couples in 3 balls. 101 for 3. That first wicket partnership was the crucial one, but Nihar is also playing sensibly. Two balls remaining. He was completely beaten there. After running those couple of couples, he looks tired. That is the problem. Hot sun, not easy. He is tired of running. He wants to make others run. He gets a single though. 102 for 3. Aryan's looking good on 61. Nihar is looking better on 18. That is nicely done. Again, 103 for 3. Now every time Nihar comes on strike, there would be excitement because he is switching himself to that mode where he is trying to hit the ball now. This is where he will become dangerous. He will try and finish it off. And that has gone through the fielder. That was hit hard. 104 for 3 at the end of 15. They just need 18 from the last 30. 18 runs needed in the next 5 overs. So it is needed in the last 5. I don't think he will take much time. Nihar, the way he's batting, you might just need a couple of overs to finish this one. He got 10 runs against Harsh in the last over. He would try and get a few more in this. Oh, what a shot! This is the shot of the match. Extra cover sixer against the best bowler who has been in great touch. You look at all the shots. This is better than almost everyone. Oh, what a shot. Look at the follow through. Look at the follow through and look at the work by the cameraman. Absolutely top class. Again, Bolu, the cameraman, the star cameraman. Oh, use some finesse to turn it round the corner. And that is why I said Nihar looks in the mood to finish. Aryan wants to have the chunk and he wants to enjoy. That is the reason he has run hard for the strike. They are hitting from both ends now. अब पिटाई दोनों तरफ से हो रही है. एक से बचोगे तो दूसरे से पिटोगे. 113 for 3. And Aryan has played the best knock of the tournament. Every time I see an innings, it outclasses the previous innings. Abhishek played a great knock. We saw Ankit playing 147. He's 147 and Aryan 62 is almost similar. And Aryan has played flawless today. And there has not been a single occasion where he faltered. Well, that is a classy shot. 114 again using his feet well. He has played all the shots in the book and he has played all with straight bat. He hasn't tried to hit the reverse switch hit. Has not tried the slog sweep. He's played all correct shots. 63. Watch out for Nihar. Nihar might just finish in the next 3 balls. He plays with soft hands, so he wants to remain unbeaten. He has got 28. A very good strike rate of 130. Aryan does not want to run. Nihar would like to finish in the next 2 balls. Straight to the fielder. The last ball of Harsh's spell. He has bowled with his heart. He has given it all for his team. It has been a very good tournament. Probably bowling the last ball of the tournament. Harsh. That's his last ball of this year's Super League. He has bowled brilliantly, Harsh. 4 overs, 24 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. He got 2 wickets for his 24 runs. They just need 7 now. 1 shot away. The Bruvit and his men should be proud of themselves because out of nothing, they made a match of it. And it was because of Aryan's brilliant knock of 63, which was the difference between winning and losing, because under pressure, with the way they bowled, they have fielded, wasn't going to be that easy against the bangers. Darsh. Darsh Jariwala is going to bowl the 17th over. They have stretched it to the 17th over. They've slowed down. Nihar, who was trying to get a few runs, wants to remain unbeaten, I think. It is not taking chances. That's a good call. That was well within the limits. Well within the limits. So 3 dot balls in a row. We're talking about early finish. Darsh is not giving them a run. The problem is he's just getting his feet rooted into the crease, not moving his feet. You can't get runs served on your platter. You need to get them with the bat in your hand. Move towards the ball, get closer to it. Single finally. They are a 6 away now. Aryan a 6 away. One shot away. Will he finish in style? He is the player who generally does not give his wicket away when he gets close to the match. He is not the one who goes for the glory shot, but today he can. He has sufficient time to do that. He might go for the big one. But that is played so well. Behind point, a cracking boundary. And 2 runs away they are. 2 to win. 2 runs to win. Will he get a big one? He gets to 67. Probably his highest score. 2 to win. And the last ball of the over. The scores. In fact, game, set, match, Garware Super League Season 4. It's a very, very important knock by Aryan. A very calm-headed innings where he started off aggressively, played the mid innings properly when Harsh was bowling well, Medhansh was bowling well, and he took on. Man of the match. We'll see who's going to be. Fantastic knock. All season Panthers won this one by 7 wickets and 3 overs to spare. Congratulations all season Panthers. Hard luck, the Blazing Bankers, but you were the team, the flavor team of the tournament who has had some brilliant results. You fought, you were competitive, but you are up against a team which has played really well all throughout. So toss time it is. Look at the cameraman's work. Beautifully done. Oh, has he got him? A vociferous appeal, and they have got Salil Babandesa has just walked on. Oh, the young man. Look at Harsh. Look at the celebration. Oh, has he got him? A vociferous. Oh, almost another. two colorful teams, a fantastic attire they both look in, and there have been some colorful performances. Both of them are in great form, the two captains. It is Nikunj and Shaheen. Shaheen was sensational in the last match with the bat in his hand, but this is the match which matters the most. Nikunj versus Shaheen. The strikers would be up against the Kings. Some happy faces. Time to flip the coin. Raj Zaveri, the chairman of the advisory committee, is going to flip. Heads is the call. It
First.
winning the toss, if deciding to bat, the other team had done the exactly something different. Maybe the time of the day which is being played, that is a factor.
Yeah, that's true. And we are missing two of our very important players. So we thought that first we would bat and want to keep a score and then put them under pressure in the semis.
Very strong team, very strong performance. A team which has done well in the tournament as well.
Yes, that's true. They have batting strength. So let's see who wins.
Very confident with his own men. Yes, missing two players, but still a very good set of players. Shaheen, you were in sensational touch the last time. You played really well. You missed out on that wicket, but your team has looked good. They have come right at the right time. You are going to play against a team which has done well. Also, one team has already reached there. So, any plans of what exactly is going to be happening in this match?
No, I think we've been playing well as a team, and everyone is their form. Captain, there's nothing better. Continue playing positive cricket and good cricket, and I think this is a big game. So just be patient and give your best out there.
You point out, many people pointed out only at the loopholes actually, but some kudos to the organizers as well. They got a beautiful wicket for your nice ground. Even this ground seems to be the one which is providing some good cricket. So these are the things which are helpful for a tournament like this. The last few matches you got some great wickets. Even this ground over here seems to be the one who's going to provide us with some entertainment. Some word for the people who have been working hard for you to get this tournament right.
No, absolutely. I think to the entire team, we always look forward for this, and I know the hard work that's put in. So I mean, congratulations and all the best. And I think you're doing a great job. So please continue doing that.
So thank you so much to very good, well-spoken, articulate captains who would be up against each other. Time for a small photograph of both the captains first. Vista sir. Vista sir, please come in. Vista sir. So he needs no introduction actually. He's almost like observing every ball. Now, what about the tournament? You have been working with these guys. Some of them, cricket is not their forte. It is the other places where they are busy into. But to organize a set of players who are busy into their other schedule and get this tournament right, they're enjoying and putting us some great performances.
The youngsters are coming good, and firstly, we should thank the Garware management for giving an opportunity to the members and expressing themselves. And year by year, the tournament is going to a new height. And to be frank with you, I'm very extremely happy that they have given us all the powers to organize the tournament in the best possible way.
And what about your team which we have got, the people who are working with you, working with them, your unit, what do you have to say about them? And also the set of players who have shown immense respect towards you and they follow each word of you just like in a biblical way.
When we started first year, we had 70 to 80 players. I'm happy that we have a pool of almost 200 and above who are following Garware cricket. And every year we get a chance to see new faces, and especially the youngsters are attracted towards this tournament.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Big thank you from the big man who has been the best coach. He has been awarded by the MCA, but we all know how good and great he is. But let's watch out for a very good match. Semi-final number 2 coming up, guys. It is going to be the Kings versus the Strikers. Yes, time for the presentation. A very good match. It was a low scoring match, but often the low scoring matches provide a lot of entertainment. So all that pressure which was supposed to be created was washed off with a great sensational start. They got 50 odd runs in the power play courtesy of the sixer to start off with. He got 3 sixes, 7 boundaries, 48 balls and 69 runs. Man of the match of this match without an iota of doubt. It was his best innings. Aryan Babar Desai. In a low scoring match to score 70% of the runs on his own and do it flawlessly, it takes some responsibility and some skill. Fantastic innings of 69 of just 48 balls. Aryan Babar Desai deserves the trophy. It is his third of the tournament. The father has got 3. The father has got 3. The son has got 3. You respected some good bowling, but you took care of them when the time was needed. It was a good match. Actually, people say it was an easy win, but it was a real good effort by them as well.
See, good balls can be bowled by any bowler at any point of time. But I'm also here to prove a point. I won't leave the loose balls. And I'm just playing a different brand of cricket over the past few years. And I think my scores speak for myself and I don't need to speak outside. What I do speaks for me.
Yes, actions speak louder than the words. Gen Z of a kind, unapologetic, and almost like an answer of Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't care. That was his answer, but very well played. A very carefully constructed innings with a lot of responsibility. A great knock from Aryan Babar Desai.